I'm working on this little bench top, cutting this quartz. I know a lot of you tile guys like to use solid pieces for either your bench tops, your curbs, or maybe even you're doing countertops. And I have a pretty simple setup to polish quartz. And what I've found is that this variable speed Metabo that I have works great. You could also get a Makita or DeWalt, anything that's variable speed that will slow down, because you definitely want to run at lower RPM so your pads don't spin off and they don't burn up because they're spinning too fast. So what I have is these dry pads, and these are my favorite style of pads, even though I use them with water. These dry pads, for some reason, for me, they're just a lot easier to use. I get a much better polish with them. So I'll start with the 50 grit and then work my way up to 100, then 200. So usually the 50, 100, and 200, I just run dry with no water at all. And then once I get to the 400, 800, and I'll finish with the 1500, with these three pads, I'll be using a sponge and a water, because once you get to the finer grits, what I found is the resin on the pads will start to get too hot, and it will start to leave residue and be inefficient when you're polishing the quartz. So the first three are dry, second three I just use a little bit of water, and I end up with a really nice polish. And for some reason, these wet pads, the ones that look like this, you can see the difference. So you can really see the difference in the two different types. These wet ones, for some reason, even when I use them with water, it takes a lot longer. I'm fighting a lot more. These dry pads are cheap, really easy to use, and work great on quartz, granite, and marble. Thanks, you guys. I love you. I love being your tile coach, and we'll see you on the next video.